So today a bit of a bad news to share with you guys. Okay, um, or rather, I would say a bit of a bad news with a cautionary message. Um, I'll tell you what it is about. My wife, who I'm married to. So when I found her on ThaiCupid, when we bumped into each other, the challenge was she didn't speak in English and I didn't speak in Thai, so we used Google Translate. So obviously, when we wanted to get married, uh, or we wanted to talk about the prospect of marriage, I had to speak to somebody who was elder in the family because I didn't want to waste time. I wanted someone who was serious. So one of her relatives volunteered to talk to me. Now, the bad news is with regards to this relative. So this relative was the one who spoke in English and communicated and acted as an intermediary between both of us. And eventually we met up and, like they say, rest is history. So we got married. Now, this relative of mine, which obviously I'm not going to identify for privacy reasons, was heavy into investments. Heavy. I mean, he had spent his whole life into investing, commodities, shares, cryptocurrency, multi-level marketing, name it. His entire shtick was just that. And, obviously when, I was the new member in the family, so he took the opportunity to even tell me that if you want to, your money to multiply or you want investments to grow, I can introduce you to various portfolios, or I can offer my advice for free, no charges. And he even offered you can start small. But however, I refused. I have this policy: if I don't know something, I'll not get into it. He persisted for quite some time because he knew that I was very much into not spending money uselessly, more into savings. And he tried convincing me through my wifey. But eventually, I guess after nearly a year, he gave up on trying to convince me. And throughout, now it has been like 5-6 years since we got married. Throughout the year or every few months, he would share with the family members how much money he made. And he had these Facebook groups and Line groups and WhatsApp groups on how much money he's making, losing, whatever. So he was very transparent about it, and he had big dreams. He had big dreams to have 4-5 houses. In fact, one of the dreams he shared with me is he wanted this Mercedes, some SL class or some luxury class vehicle. I don't know much about cars. So that was his dream, and he was very well on his way towards getting that. He wanted to gift it to his wife. So my wife used to tell me here and there, see, they are going for a holiday to this foreign country, because that was the kind of money he was making, that he would always go for a holiday to this country, that country, and he was living the dream. However, today I got my wife. She came to me after I woke up. She bought the coffee and she said, my brother, she calls him brother, he used to always convince you to invest and all that. I said, yeah, what about him? So she told me that he lost a big chunk of his life savings which has gone up to millions, investing in something, okay? I don't want to mention what it is. But it was not just that, it was a series of collapses, one after another. And overall, he has lost such a massive chunk of his life savings. Imagine 35 years of savings, that now he has to sell his property, he has to sell his house, he has to sell quite a number of things, to the extent whereby it seems he put a Facebook post stating that, and he never posts anything on Facebook, by the way. He said that he doesn't know if he'll be able to even afford a bowl of rice. And he has, I think, 12 dogs in his house or something. He's saying, I just will have to give them rice and curry. I can't afford to buy dog food also. So he put up a lengthy post, and my wife was telling me about it. And, my wife said that some of the relatives are, going to talk to him because he seems that he is moving into depression. And they don't want him to do anything drastic, like, sometimes when you're depressed, you can even kill yourself. So, my wife then told me, like, I remember what you told me, that there is no such thing as easy money, and, you don't know when a person will lose everything. She said everyone in the family was that time, saying that you don't know anything and laughing at you. And I said, it doesn't matter whether people laugh, don't laugh. I mean, people's opinion change like the wind. But more than that, I was really worried, concerned, and I honestly felt bad for him, man. I mean, think about it. You're in your 50s or late 50s, and you're looking to sit back, relax, and focus on your retirement days. And now all of a sudden you get a bombshell of a news that your entire life savings has been wiped out. I mean, that can destroy anyone. I shared the news in my WhatsApp group, and there were quite a number of people who were shocked. And I always tell people, see, when you're making money, or when times are good, every Tom, Dick and Harry is an expert on investments, in giving advice and laughing at others and lecturing other people, and they will literally tell you that they know how the stock market works, they know how to make money, they are this and that. And but the day you lose, and you lose big, see, I'm pretty sure people will say, yeah, never invest what you cannot afford to lose and this and that. But imagine the guy, for 35 years of his life, he kept going up. So obviously, if 35 years of a track record of success, don't you think you'll be overly confident? Don't you think you feel that you will never fail? Happens to all of us, right? And now that he has lost everything, I really don't know for the life of me how he's going to, what he's going to do, or how he's going to. And the worst part is, it's not just him. It's all the people who took his advice and believed in him. And now they are going to, when you make money, everyone's happy and praising you. But when you lose money, there'll be a lot of infighting, legal cases, and I wouldn't be surprised if he deletes all his social media presence or disables it. And because one is, he will go through mental, emotional trauma, which he himself has to deal with, and then on top of that, people's anger and rage towards him. It's going to get ugly. I don't know. The only message that I can leave you with is, no one can predict the stock market. No one can predict cryptocurrencies, stocks, commodity shares, and nobody can classify themselves as a expert who nothing will happen. You have to stay grounded and you have to be very humble. For me, I always live with the fear that sheesh, man, something can happen, and that keeps me grounded. It's a very scary thing. It's a very scary thing, especially when you are at the twilight of your life and you lose everything. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. You let me know what do you think? Are you aware of someone who has lost all their life savings? And this one is pretty shocking because I personally know him. So it's terrible, man. That's all I can tell you. It's terrible. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So good, bad or ugly, feel free to comment down below. Always read your comments. You guys take care. It's me signing off. Ciao.